Hello, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today we're going to make a broccoli pasta vegetable side dish. And I'm also thinking it's going to taste pretty good cold, maybe as a salad, but we'll see how that goes. So let's get started on this. It's going to take a little bit of time on this recipe. To get a little jump in the game, I'm boiling a 12-ounce package of shell pasta according to directions for al dente. And when that's done, we're going to pull out a half a cup of the liquid and then pour the rest to drain and cool off a little bit. All right, so what I've got here is a pound of broccoli florets. And what I did is I wanted them kind of nice bite-sized pieces. So I took the florets and cut the big ones in fourths, and the other ones I cut them in half. So to our broccoli, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Okay, stir this up real well. Try to make sure the florets, each floret is coated with the olive oil and the oregano. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, I think that's good. I have my oven preheated to 425 degrees. So we're just going to spread this broccoli onto a baking sheet, put it in a single layer. So we're going to put this in the 425 degree oven for 10 minutes. Then I'll pull it out and stir up the florets and turn them over, and then we'll cook them for another 10 minutes. So it'll be 20 minutes in total. All right, so while the broccoli is in the oven, we'll kind of make our pesto sauce. The recipe calls for toasted pine nuts, but what I did is I just bought a half a cup of fresh pine nuts and put them in a frying pan and roasted them or toasted them myself. About 5 minutes. You just want to keep stirring constantly until you see a nice little brown. You can see little brown coats on here. So what I've done then is split them into 2 1/4 cup dishes. So to start the pesto, we're going to start with 1/4 cup of the toasted pine nuts. Put them in our food processor. And then I have 2, they were actually pretty large cloves of garlic, and I roughly chopped them. We're going to chop these. Okay, that looks good. I pulsed it maybe, what, 6, 7 times. So to finish up the pesto, I've got a 1-ounce cup that I bought at the grocery store of basil. I'm going to put most of it in there. I'm going to save a little bit back for a garnish on top. I'll save that for on top. And the rest of these I'll put in there. You know, that's, I guess, maybe 2 cups at least. And then 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And this was about, I had pretty large lemons. This was a half a lemon. Sorry if you can hear my lawn cutters are out there this afternoon. And then we're going to add some salt into here. Maybe an 1/8 or a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Pulse this until it's finely chopped. Or maybe even a paste. I'll push this back down into the processor. And then with the food processor running, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of olive oil. Okay, so good. That's our pesto sauce is ready. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Let's pull the broccoli out. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we'll just flip some of these. When I put these back in, I may not go the full 10 minutes. I'll take a look at them in 5 and see what they look like. My oven tends to run a little low, so I had my oven a little bit higher. All right, we'll put them back in for, let's just do 5 minutes. Okay, our broccoli should be done. Yeah, this is nice. You can see starting to brown a little bit. So we're going to let these cool off a little bit, because what we're going to end up doing is taking about 1/4 of this and mixing it in with our pesto sauce. And we don't want to do it when it's too hot or it may explode out of there. Okay, so from the broccoli, I pulled out 1/4 or maybe 1/3 of the broccoli, and actually I put this in the refrigerator to get it to cool off a little bit faster. I'm going to add this to the pesto, then again pulsate it until it's very finely chopped. Okay, this looks great. Okay, so I've got my pot that I cooked the pasta in, removed all the water except for that 1/4 of a cup. And if you forgot to reserve that 1/4 of a cup, that's all right. We're just gonna mix this all together, and if it's a little bit too dry, I'm gonna add a little bit of that reserve liquid, so you could add just water if you wanted to. So now we will add all the pesto into this. So now also into the pot we'll add the remaining broccoli. The remaining 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and then the other 1/4 of a cup of the toasted pine nuts. So we'll just stir all this together. And if it does need more liquid, this is going to be just kind of like salt water, really. You could add some vegetable broth or chicken broth, but we're probably only going to need a teaspoon or tablespoon. So this looks pretty good. It's a little bit dry, although I do like it dry. So, but I'm going to add just a little bit to. This is basically all how you like the consistency. So we'll put this back on the stove top, just warm it up. And then we'll put it in a serving dish, and I think that's where I'm going to add more cheese on top of it. And then we'll garnish it with a little bit of fresh basil. All right, so let's warm this up a little bit. So here it is dished up. This will serve probably 5 or 6. I'm gonna tear a few basil leaves. And then, like I said, I'm gonna sprinkle some more of the Parmesan cheese. Beautiful. Smells so good, that fresh basil. So here's the final product. It looks good, smells good. We'll serve a little bit up. I'm pretty sure Catherine's gonna love this. She likes basil. And... Hello, dear.
Hello. Okay, you want me to taste?
Yes.
Oh, this smell is good. Oh, it's working. I like it. Very good. Yeah, very good.
Okay, I haven't tried yet. Let me try. Okay. That fresh lemon juice, really, that's the first thing I taste is that lemon juice. And it's a good pesto. I think you could easily add in some cooked chicken in here, put it in the oven for a little bit and more cheese, and you got a main course. So yeah, very good. We'll probably make this again in the future for sure. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. Thank you.